All right, guys. So I wanted to kind of recap the day today. Today is January the 4th, 2024, and we're looking at SPY here on the 1 hour time frame. So SPY today actually presented a couple really good opportunities and one amazing opportunity. If you were patient enough, you could have taken advantage of that. So I'm going to kind of go into the trade that I took, break it down for you guys, why I entered the trade, why I exited, why I'm still holding partials, and what I was kind of looking for before I got into this trade. Okay, so the day started off with creating essentially a lower low on the day, which was the sell off that we had yesterday. Because yesterday we actually created a higher high on the 1 hour, breaking this trend structure. And then we sold off very aggressively, making a lower low on the 1 hour time frame, and then gap down to my target, my level here of 468.25, and that basically was your new lower low. So at this point, what I was looking for is I was looking for once this green candle closed, very important. Once this green candle closed, what I was looking for was okay, are we going to go for a higher low? And if we are going to go for a higher low, is this all we're getting or is it going to go up a little bit more? Because realistically, it did have room to go up more if it was going for a higher low. Or is it going to go for a higher high and break yesterday's highs? That's what I was looking for. That's what I was really patient for and waiting for. So I knew for a fact that it was going to go either for a higher low or a higher high. We just didn't know which was going to be. So we had to wait and be patient for that. So in my with my plan, what I was looking for is if the higher low was created and we got confirmation on that, then what I would be looking for is I'd be looking for a trade short. So I'd be looking to get into a short trade for the creation of a new lower low. Now, obviously, we did get the lower low later in the day, and that's exactly what I traded. I traded this huge move here. So you could have taken a long scalp today. So there's two ways you could have played it. So once this first candle closed on the 1 hour time frame at 6:30, so this sorry at 7:30 it closed. It basically was the creation of the starting point of your lower low, but it also created a massive bullish engulfing candle on the 1 hour time frame, signifying a lot of buying pressure. And if you look at the 50-minute time frame, we got this massive bullish engulfing candle right here at 7 a.m. that basically indicated that buyers are very well in control, creating a huge bullish engulfing candle and changing the direction of the trend on the 15. So what you could have done is if you wanted to, you could have got into a trade right at 7:15 a.m. What I would have done is I have a daily level of resistance at 46975. So if I were to get into this long trade, what I would have done is I would have got into the trade once we pulled back and touched 46975. So my entry would have been 46975 as I would have waited for a pullback. So this candle opens at 7:15. So give or take, I'm not sure how long that took to hit 46975, but that's where I would have got in, and I would have had my profit target set at 470.76, which is my next daily level of resistance. And sure enough, we hit that very nicely. So that would have been the first. That would have been really the only profit target I would have had. I mean, you could have had 470.20, which is a 4 hour level of resistance as well as your target. But with the lack of percent or the lack of ROI that this would have given you, it wouldn't have been worth taking the trade. So prior to getting into this trade, your profit target was 470.20. In my opinion, it wouldn't have been worth taking. So for that reason, I would have just sat out. So I had the bigger picture in mind going for the daily resistance level. And I'll tell you why as well. I was very confident that we were going to hit this. Because if you look at yesterday on the 1 hour time frame, we rejected that beautifully sorry, this was Tuesday. This was Tuesday, January 2nd. We basically rejected this very nicely towards the downside, creating a massive support level. And realistically, that would have been a great area for us to go and retest for a higher low, which is in fact what we did in the 1 hour. And we also retested same highs of yesterday and instantly got rejected and got pushed down. So failure to make that higher low, or sorry, that higher high, and instead what we got was a higher low. So moving to the 15-minute time frame. So I actually got into this trade using the 1 hour time frame, but you could have very well have also got into this with the 15. So two ways you could have taken this. First thing you could have done is you could have waited for the price to pull back. Obviously, once we broke this level, now the trend structure is broken because instead of making a lower high and then going for a higher high, instead what we got is we got a break of recent lows in the 15 and a lower low. So at this point, you know something's you know there's weakness in this area. You definitely know there's weakness in this area. This is a very good area for higher low territory on the 1 hour time frame, and we're getting a trend change confirmation here on the 15. So definitely something to look out for, right? So on the 1 hour time frame, this candle closes at 9:30, creating a huge bearish engulfing candle, breaking the support level of 46975. And at this point, I was very confident that we were going to go for either the same low or a lower low, one or the other. So obviously, for this reason, I had two profit targets in mind. My first profit target was going to be same low, right? So in this case, my support level at 46825 was my first target for taking profits. My second level was this level down here, 46741. So this ended up being a monster trade. This was a really good return. I held it for basically 3.5 hours. This was a long trade, and I took this trade in the 1 hour time frame. So I got in right at 9:30. I didn't even wait. As soon as that 1 hour candle closed, I got in. Now you could have also have used the 50-minute time frame to get into this. So once we broke this level with this bearish engulfing candle right here, you could have definitely got into the trade as well, and you would have been completely fine, and you would have banked a lot as well. So you could have done either one. You could have waited for the 15 or the 1 hour. I opted for the 1 hour just due to the price action and how good it was looking. Now, currently, I am still holding a third of my position. And the reason for this is I'm going to actually show you guys the 6 hour time frame on ES. So on ES, we are trending very nicely to the downside. We're making higher lows, lower lows, higher lows. And if you look at the price action today, we got a massive bearish engulfing candle on ES on the 6 hour time frame that not only broke my weekly level of support, but it also broke my daily level of support as well. Broke two significant levels, huge bearish engulfing candle, a higher low creation, and a lower low all in the same candle. This is exactly what I want to see for continuation. So for that reason, I am holding a third of my position, and my profit target is going to be 4718. Hopefully we hit that by tomorrow morning or by sometime tomorrow, and I will liquidate the other third of my position. On the daily time frame as well, as you can see, we actually broke our previous lower high, and now, by the looks of it, we are in a downtrend on the daily time frame. Now, we are not 100% confirmed in a downtrend on the daily because yes, we have a lower low, but we do not have a higher low, rejecting any highs. So ideally, I am looking for a higher low to be created on the daily time frame. Once we get that, if we get that, I will be looking for a short setup to make new lows, right? And that will be obviously a much larger trade as we're looking at the daily time frame and not the 1 hour time frame. So that would be a monster trade if we're able to catch that. Something we have to be patient for because as of right now, there's no setup on the daily. But on the 6 hour, we have a pretty decent setup. And I'm sure you can understand why we got into this trade. That was a lot of selling pressure that came into the market right there at the end of the day. If you guys were trading today, you would have seen a pretty significant sell-off in the last 15 minutes of the trading session. We had a lot of sellers come into the market. So with the price action on the 6 hour time frame looking like this, I decided to hold a third of my position overnight. And for that reason, 4718 will be my first target, followed by 4709 as my final target. 4709 is a weekly support level. So I highly doubt we're going to go past that. Now, taking a look at QQQ as well, QQQ managed to stay weaker on the day today, the entire day. And QQQ is also trending very nicely as well. Obviously, the moves and the price action is slightly different, but we still got a lower low, a higher low, a lower low, a higher low, and another lower low today as well. So we're trending very nicely on the 1 hour time frame for QQQ. And I do think that we're going to get new lows tomorrow on QQQ for sure, as well as obviously SPY. I am definitely looking for some continuation. Now, my SPY target, I know I was talking about the futures. My trade is currently being held on the SPY options, right? So not the ES futures, but I do use the ES futures to kind of guide me, but also allow me to determine and analyze where we're heading for the day. So I do use ES futures on all of my trades, even though I'm not actually trading it. I just use it for reference. Now, on SPY, my target for the remainder of the position that I'm currently holding is going to be my daily support level of 46628. I feel like this is a very secure, very good place for us to liquidate our position, and I'm very confident that we're going to hit that tomorrow. So hopefully, with that being said, guys, I hope this kind of helped you guys with your trading and your strategies. And if you found this useful or beneficial, please like this video, share this video. It helps me out a lot because I don't get paid for this. I do this because I love this and I love training and I love helping and educating people because I understand that trading seems like a very easy business, but it's not. It's very difficult. It's very challenging. And without the right strategy and without the right mentorship, you are going to get burned in this game. So I would love to help as many people as I can. So please, if you can, like this video, share this video, subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. And I'll continue to make more content like this. So anyways, guys, thank you for your support and I will see you guys tomorrow.